Welcome back to Las Vegas. It's Alex talking to the big stars, and it's always nice to see a new show, and I've found one for you. It's at the Imperial Palace. It's called Human Nature. And we've got Andrew.
G'day, how are you?
And we've got Mike.
Hi, how you doing?
Nice to see you, Phil.
G'day, how are you?
And Toby.
Thanks for having us on the show.
Congratulations, guys. You win the award. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
For the hottest theatre in Las Vegas. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel? Would you like to make a speech?
Yeah, I'm happy that we could have the hottest theatre in Vegas. Hopefully it's hot because we were making it hot, not just the temperature dial, but maybe a little bit of both.
What is it like being four guys who are attractive and the women love, and you get to be groped night in and night out?
Well, the first part's hard. The second part's a lot easier. We don't think that we're attractive necessarily, but the groping is we'll take it. We'll take it. Thanks.
Is it fun going from being megastars in Australia to being mini stars here that are growing? Because you were filling arenas down under. Here you've got a relatively small showroom, but you're wowing them and doing the business.
Yeah, it was actually a great opportunity for us. We kind of relished at the chance to come over here and just, give it a go. With the opportunity for the showroom came up, and we just thought it was too good to pass up. So, but we're loving it. It's great to convert people to being fans. By the end of the show, and that it's kind of a journey for people who don't know us. They come to the show, they wonder how four white Aussies can sing Motown.
You guys have got unique chemistry. There was one point in the show with your a cappella number where you just brought the house down, and up to then I thought you were okay, but then you proved you could really sing.
Absolutely, and I think that we see people sort of grow in the show. Like they come in and they're a bit confused as to how these white Aussies could be doing Motown, and a couple of songs in you sort of see them start to really enjoy themselves. But when we get to that a cappella moment, when we sing "Ooh Baby Baby," it just where it's just bare bones. It's just the four of us, and there's nothing else that we can't hide it, and people really love it.
These are songs that we love and know. It could easily be a cheesy rubbish show, couldn't it? You've got to do them brilliantly for it to work.
I guess so, yeah. Even when we recorded the albums back in Australia, we figured that out very quickly, that you need to do these songs with you really need to focus, because they sound simple, but you can really get them wrong. And I think with the show, it could be exactly the same. We could just, we could be some kind of bad impersonators act doing these songs, but really the whole aim for us is that we're not impersonating anybody. We are doing what Human Nature does best. We just happen to be doing it with Motown songs. So but we've always been careful that we do the songs justice, and I think we do a pretty good job. We've had, with Smokey and people like Mary Wilson and the Temptations and Martha Reeves all put their stamp of approval on what we do, so we're pretty proud of that one.
Two questions for you, two very important questions. Firstly, what's the eyebrow piercing for?
Actually, I got that in London about 13 years ago. We were actually touring with...
Trying to be miserable like the rest of you Brits. Was that right?
I thought, I'm too happy, I need to give myself some pain to bring me down to the sort of the Londoners level. But what we were doing...
You realise this is going to be broadcast in England, don't you?
I know. We love you because you sent us away to Australia all those years ago. We've got beautiful beaches and beautiful weather, so you couldn't have done it better.
But most of you are still working in bars in London, just remember that.
Except four of us. We're here in Vegas. Exactly. We've gone the other way.
And then those deep, big, bassy notes. How do I phrase this?
Balls.
Yeah, pardon?
Balls.
Same to you. How do you get those? Do you know what I'm trying to say here?
How do you get down there?
Right.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I can't do it now. My voice is all worn out from the show.
You see, I dream of sounding like that on the radio. All my career, I've wanted to sound butch and manly and deep, and I just sound like Orville and just like, Mickey Mouse or something.
Well, it's good that you recognise it, so you should be able to just sort of move on from it. But
you're agreeing I'm ugly. You're agreeing I've got a horrible voice. Is this what we're learning today?
I haven't actually heard your voice on radio yet, so I can't comment on that.
You're sat next to me. You're pretending I'm not here. This is as good as it gets.
Your voice sounds great live.
Right. Were you born singing? Because it sounds like you've kind of just got it.
Oh, well, I guess we all... we all started so young, Actually, I was 12 when we got together, and the other guys were, teenagers. So I don't know, it's a weird thing when you've been singing, since you're a kid. You kind of has never felt like I've ever got a real job. So it's kind of just you're doing something you love, and we're lucky to be able to get up there and entertain people. It's think of a lot of jobs out there, and this is it's a great one to have, to make people happy and have a great night out.
You alluded to it there. Tell us the story of how Human Nature got together.
Well, we all went to the same high school, and Mike and I are brothers as well, but that's oddly enough, the high school we went to was an agricultural high school too, so you probably don't expect that we'd come out singing from that. But no, we were all in the choir together and all in the music classes together, and we basically did everything musical. We were really popular, obviously, at school. But no, I just had this idea. It was kind of inspired by the movie Back to the Future, where Marty McFly goes back and at the dance in the 50s when he goes back, there's this doo-wop group up on stage, and so they sang Earth Angel. So I just thought we'd do that. And we love singing together, and we kept doing more and more school concerts, and we just had a really great blend together. So we kept doing it, and we haven't stopped.
Phil, did everybody tell you were great from the beginning, or were you a bit rubbish?
Well, no, some people told us we were great from the beginning. As Andrew just alluded to before, with the popularity at school, most of our peers thought we were rubbish.
Most of the footy players
Yeah,
said
all the
we were
football
rubbish.
players thought we were
Surprise,
rubbish, and the
surprise.
farmers. But no, we fought through that because we kind of knew we had something special because, we were starting to, the school in particular, would use us. They'd drag us out, sing the anthem here, boys, and sing this song here. So we knew that obviously something good was happening. But then when we left school, a lot of people really sort of took us under their wing. Just some great, promoters and performers in Australia's history that really enjoyed what we did, and they helped us along the way. So, yeah, so I think the right people told us we were good, and the people that we didn't really care about told us we were rubbish.
Actually, some of those footy players have since come up to get autographs in stores. So
And told us we were great. So there you go.
tables have turned.
Are you a bit like me, though? Because I was the ugly kid at school that got bullied. And when I get Facebook people now trying to message me telling me how wonderful I am, I tell them 2 words.
And they are...
Love you. They're the 2 words.
You're a caring guy.
Yeah, I am. I'm all heart. And Toby, tell me about your inspirations back home. Dame Edna Everage?
Hello, possums. Yeah. You heard that in the show, did you?
Yeah,
Because that's sort of like the subtext of the show. We do a lot of Dame Edna sort of subliminal messages in this show, and it's good that you got that.
Why is it Australians always go up at the end when you're asking a question, whether you're asking a question or not?
I don't know.
Any opinions on that?
Oh, I don't know. What do you reckon?
For you?
No. I went down there. You see that?
All right, guys, listen, let's get to the serious bit of the interview now. We've joked around. Congratulations. This was an amazing show, and for me, the best new show without question. The audience just loved you. I've seen big stars like Cher and all the big people, and they look like they're phoning it in most of the time. You look like you're enjoying it. Is it true?
It is true, yeah, we are enjoying it. I think it's hard not to enjoy when you're performing this music, and, we just get out there, and I think by the end of the show, we're enjoying it, and as much as the audience are enjoying it, and I think that chemistry between a crowd and an audience, and it does get lost in a lot of shows. You go to see, there's a lot of shows where you don't feel that kind of connection with the people on stage, and so we feel it's really important just to put our all into it.
You more or less have no choice because you drag us off our seats to stand up, don't you, by the end? Andrew, just tell me about what it's like to be here in Las Vegas, because this is the coolest place on earth in show business, and you've been invited here. You're going to get your own named showroom. How does that feel?
It's pretty amazing, really. I kind of think of the number of acts all over the world that would love this opportunity, and we're just these 4 Aussies that wanted to do it, and finally we're here. It's pretty amazing. There's so much pedigree in this town. Back to Elvis and the Rat Pack, and so people still call it the entertainment capital of the world, and we're here every night performing in our showroom, and it's we just keep pinching ourselves. Some days it feels like work, but then you kind of just think how amazing this opportunity is.
What I loved as well, Phil, was the fact that you clearly have worked so hard to craft what you do. Each routine, how long does it take to get it so perfect?
Well, when we first started doing these Motown songs and putting the routines, it's usually maybe 2 days per song to actually get all the moves in your head so that you're not forgetting that anymore. But then there's a lot of refining, and we do that all of the time. I mean, we've been here for a year now, but only 2 weeks ago our choreographer came in just to have a look and make sure that everything's tight, and we tweaked a few things. So that's something that we're constantly working on. It never really stops, and nor should it. I mean, if we got to the point where we felt like we just couldn't be bothered working on the show anymore, then we don't deserve to be here.
And very finally, Toby, how sexy is it being you?
That's the most serious question of the whole interview, isn't it?
It's not as sexy as it hopefully will get. I think being here in America, obviously we're relatively unknown, and it's different from back home, but it's that's one of the great challenges is we really want to become more well known across America. And although we have had a pair of panties thrown up on stage, and I think they were removed during the show and thrown up on stage. So
What made you think that?
was the word sexy, but actually thinking about it now, it wasn't that sexy.
For me, you thought you're like the thinking man's Il Divo, really, aren't you? Do you know what I'm saying?
I hope it's the musical man's El Devo.
Really? Congratulations, guys. Listen, if you're in Las Vegas, you can't miss it because you're right in the centre of the Strip and your faces are about 10 foot high. Does that ever become normal?
No. We rarely go out on the Strip anymore. Like, we sort of come in the back of the casino and then leave to go home, and we live away from the Strip. So occasionally when we've got family or friends in town, we'll sort of go out the front and go out for a night out, and we'll sort of see the Strip again, see that billboard up there, and it's like, man, that is cool.
Yeah, we just happened to walk past. Oh, what's that? Oh,
I forgot that was there.
yeah, that's me. I'm 10 foot tall. Yeah.
All right, listen, this show's on here at the Imperial Palace, and it may not be the best casino in the world, let's face it, but I've got to tell you, this is the most fun show I've seen this trip. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for talking to me, to Andrew, Mike, Phil, and Toby. Human Nature are here 5 days a week. Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much. Cheers.